Clancy, one of the most iconically forgotten brawlers in Brawl Stars. Nowadays, he's associated with Griff as one of the brawlers that hasn't received a skin in a very long while. Today, we'll be going through the downfall of Clancy. Clancy is the mythic brawler released in the 25th of July 2024 alongside the SpongeBob collaboration update. His design was a reference to Mr. Krabs, although Clancy is a lobster. Unlike Surge, he would upgrade by dealing damage instead of using the super, making him the second upgrader in Brawl Stars. 2 days after his release, he would get an early access bundle just like the brawlers before him for $20. Then he would get a rare skin, and of course, just like any early access bundle brawler, he was super broken due to his absurd damage output that made his super able to kill 2 Franks and 28% of the height stave. And of course, when he became available 1 week after his release, a lot of players rushed to unlock him, mainly due to the fact that he was still not nerfed even when he became available to everyone. This broken state lasted 26 days until Clancy finally got his first nerfs. Starting off, his super charge rate was increased from 5 to 6 hits, his super damage was decreased from 900 to 760 at stage 3, which effectively made it 1520 at max level. The super hits required to charge his super at stage 1 and 3 was increased from 7 to 11. Get it? At stage 3, his super charge rate was increased from 5 to 9 hits, and his gadget no longer stunned enemies because that was a quote-unquote bug. Then his true gold and silver skins were added. Now these seem like significant nerfs, and you'd at least expect them to have a big impact on Clancy. However, that was not the case, as he still dealt ludicrous damage at stage 3 and was effectively faster than max, which explains his 5% use rate, which is higher than Mortis today. Clancy's fate looked promising, as he was still strong even after the big row of nerfs he had received. However, that would not be the case, as one of the biggest factors of his downfall has yet to come: the release of Mo and Kenji at September 2024. Mo was released at the 5th of September 2024, 1 month after Clancy's nerfs, and he was arguably way more broken because of his fast reload speed, fast attack that didn't require much aim, and his super which guaranteed a free kill. Then we have Kenji, who was released at the 26th of September 2024, and of course he was one of the most hyped brawlers in Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars itself has made a very hard-worked animation, even many hard-worked animations about Kenji, and he really appealed to the fan base, despite him being a bunch of stereotypes mixed in a blender. Though after Mo's release, Clancy was still one of the most played brawlers because of his power, and same with Kenji's release. Now, the downfall hadn't started yet because Clancy again was still strong. After the first week of October, Clancy's rivals would get some nerfs precisely when Kenji became available for credits. Kenji's Hosomaki healing gadget went from 75% healing to 50%, and Mo's super charge rate was decreased by 20% and his attack damage by 120. Not very big nerfs, but still good for Clancy. In the next balance changes, Mo and Kenji got nerfed again, and Mo has already started seeing some pretty major nerfs, with an attack speed decrease of 22% and a damage nerf of 80. Kenji's star power shield was decreased from 90% to 60%, and his super charge rate from the super was decreased by 33%. Now you might be thinking, well, what a great time to celebrate for Clancy, isn't it? Well, that wasn't the case. At November 14th, 2024, Clancy was about to receive some big nerfs. His main attack damage was decreased by 100 at his 2 first stages, his super charge rate was increased by 2 hits at stage 1 and by 1 hit at stage 2, his super damage was decreased by 60 at stage 3, making it go from 1520 to 1400, and his super recharge rate was decreased by 8% at stage 3, alongside a minor bug fix during the Angels vs Demons event. Clancy was still standing, as his position in the meta hasn't changed in both November and December 2024. Very impressive. That was because the main issue wasn't addressed yet: his extremely fast speed at stage 3. Before we continue, we know that in December, in Christmas, the atmosphere is wholesome, there are kind gifts here and there, and Clancy was no exception. A different kind of gift. You see, the devs had enough. It was time to pull the plug. On the 10th of December 2024, Clancy's movement speed was decreased from 890 to 820 at stage 3, which in simpler words made him go from very very fast to just very fast. And we all know speed balance changes seriously affect the brawler, just like Shelly's movement speed buff in 2023. At first, the nerf was greatly underestimated. He would still be considered A tier as of January 2025, aka 20 days after the change. However, as time passed, players really started to notice how Clancy didn't hit as hard as he did before. He was no longer the threat he used to be. In the span of a month, Clancy suddenly found himself going from the A tier to the D tier. Not to mention that Clancy hasn't received a single balance change after that nerf as of now. Another month later, Clancy's fate was sealed. He was banished to the F tier. As I said at the start of the video, Clancy is nowadays being compared to Griff as the two brawlers who haven't received a skin ever since a while. Crazy how we went from a boxing botanist who hasn't received a skin from April 2019 to October 2020 to a lobster that hasn't received a skin from July 2024 up to now. This lack of skins is explained by his unpopularity after the nerfs. As for now, he sits at a very weak 0.41% use rate and is currently the 13th least used brawler. I hope he gets some attention just like with Bonnie now and a skin just like Griff. That wraps it up for the video. I hope you liked it. If you have any suggestions for more brawler history related videos, comment down below and I'll see you in the next one.